Pisces, here is your work reading for the end. I keep forgetting to put a time limit, and then when I do put a time limit, I'm thinking I shouldn't put one, because these are, what do you call that, timeless readings. Anytime that title hits you a certain way, like I need to go in there, that's probably when you need to hear the message. So, but for those worrying about time, it is the end of October, and into November, December is when I float that energy, or that's my perception anyway. Here we go. So, Pisces, your first card from Pulp Tarot is the Eight of Wands. Okay. This is a tricky card. It can be about a lot of things. It can be about travel, short-term travel, or travel through air, actually. Yeah, travel through air. It can also be communication. You know, a lot of things incoming. Lots of things going on, this kind of stuff. So we'll flip the next card and see what happens here. For the first energy is about quick action and movement. So your life at this time, whether work or not, is things are going swiftly. You got a lot going on, and this is the sense. The next card we get is the Wheel of Fortune, the Major Arcana. Something faded, they said. So in the present here, so if this hasn't hit you, it will be hitting you quite quickly. They're showing that snake is just sticking out to me. Give me a minute here. There may be someone coming forward to us quite closely to our present time that may be in attack of us, or maybe have sharp words for us or something like this. Because the Eight of Wands can denote a lot of communication as well. I'm just going to leave that sit there because I haven't got a lot of background here. I only got 2 cards. So let's go to the third card on the Pulp Tarot, Pisces. 5 of Pentacles. So that's being left out in the cold. Left in the dark is what they said. We're left in the dark. That's different than being left out in the cold in a sense. Because the sense is that we're being left out of things on purpose. Okay. And it may be for our highest good, is what to keep that in mind. Don't try and become too highly affected by that. Okay, this is an undercurrent here of what they want to wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing. Whatever. Okay, here we go as we get into the Eight of Wands, the Infinity Work cards on top of that to clarify. So on top of the Eight of Wands, we get the Success card, number 1 in the whole deck here. So that's like your star. You're making things happen. It'd be like the magician going out. You got the tools. You're not overexerting, but you're not going to sit around and let things fly by you. And the sense is we're taking action. We're doing things and trying to accomplish. So this is all good. It's a very successful energy. And with the Eight of Wands, that bumps that up as well. So the Wheel of Fortune, let's see what's going on there from the Infinity. Career. Fatigue and don't give up. This is interesting. Yeah, this kind of brings about a sense of that cobra that I was getting here. We may have someone trying to attack us, keep us down from our fortune. And I'm saying our fortune, but our fated path. They're trying to, I don't know, get us to give it up, or get us to not feel it, or not be rewarded by it. I feel like we're in a very successful energy at this point, but something may come in here to try and get us off that successful energy. May even create some fatigue for us, so don't give up just because we are fatigued. And I think that, you know, the Pisces, this Pisces anyway, no, you can go through ups and downs emotionally and, you know, energetic levels as well. And that has these two are finally connected in the Pisces, again, from my perspective. But the sense here is we may be sick and tired of these ups and downs that, you know, we're making progress, somebody comes in to shake it down. Making progress, somebody comes in to shake it. This is what, and I feel like, we may be coming across an energy here of folding the cards in, is what I get. Yeah. But the universe is saying don't give up. We have gifts here that would serve a lot of people. So they're not wanting us to give up on that. Now, the Five of Pentacles, being left in the dark, which is different, it gives me a different energy. And the sense that I get here, because they're showing me the man in black behind. It's almost like somebody's saying, will you just get over there and shut up and not say anything? And then I'll find you a place to stay. You know, you and your daughter, don't worry about it. Just go over there and keep quiet until I figure things out, kind of thing. This is what I'm getting. Okay, on top of there, the Infinity card we get is challenge. May have some challenges come up here. Not only the patience to wait things out without knowing. Yeah, it's a patience because we don't know what's going on. Give me a moment here. This challenge the mountains, right? We got to climb things here, and we got to do things that may not have experience with. We may be, how do you say, supplied with enough to, but we've not done it before, so we may not know how to go about these things. We may have some responsibilities here as well that are challenging us at this time. Okay, I'm going to carry on here. I feel a very down low energy. Like this man in black, he actually wants to help you, but he's frustrated. And I don't know why. But he's just go over there, just wait, go have a coffee, relax, I'll fix things. And she's still worried, right? Where's she going to spend? Night is here. You know, where am I going to spend the night kind of thing is the sense I get. So there may be some challenges having to do with fixing you up. Now, the Wheel of Fortune's here. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is behind all the energy of putting you into your right place when the time is right, and I feel like the time's not right. That's what I'm getting. But things are happening quickly, you know, building up into our present. So let's go into the feminine cards and see if we can pull more energy here. The Eight of Wands bodes well for activity, things going on. Again, we may be taking flights over air, through air, travel. It can also be about communication with a lot of people coming inward. Then we have the Success card on top of that, talking about, you know, being very successful in all of this active energy. And I feel like the Pisces not had this for a while, so the successful feeling is going over quite well. So the feminine card to go on top of the Success card is the Four of Fire. Four of Fire is about home, and these two, like, it's like there's a warm glow here, and they're at home with each other. This could symbolize a meeting of minds with a partner that we feel very grounded with. We could be communicating with a partner that we feel very warm and wonderful with, and that could be successful down the road. Now, you know, if you're single, there may be a meeting coming here or communication from someone here that may be a possible prospect in that way of partnership. Again, a lot of these readings are quite in the romance area, but I guess that's the forte. Okay, so Major Arcana, Wheel of Fortune, don't give up. Our fate is coming here quite quickly, and we may kind of want to pack it in and just give up on things. So on top of that, the feminine card we get is the Page of Air. Now, these pages with their element, the air element is about clarity of thought and mind, and this page, he don't have that. And I feel like this is the, you know, the, what do you call that? The scorpion, or not the scorpion, the snake that comes off the side to try and throw us off. Okay, give me a moment here. He's creating the fatigue for us, is the sense. Now, how do they do that? Well, they could be, you know, a chaos maker that kind of just creates chaos that winds us up and expends all our energy. So it's someone that could create great arguments for us, or, you know, throw arguments our way that get us very worn down, whatnot. Yeah, chaos maker is what they said. Okay, so we have that in our present that may be coming forward. It's interesting because we have someone with warm, fuzzy feelings, and then we have someone that's trying to kind of halt our whole agenda. Like, we don't have an agenda. Our agenda is our fate coming in. And they want to just kibosh that, is what I get. So the Five of Pentacles and the challenge in the future here, I feel like there's a timing issue problem. And I feel very much I get pulled right into this Five of Pentacles scene. And it's like I'm the fly on the wall looking at this scenario. There's people in the periphery that could be, you know, harm. Like, she's looking around like, who's gonna harm me or my child? And then there's this guy in the back, and I feel like he's got her betterment in mind. But she's kind of having a hard time trusting people. So she's, you know, she's going to sit down and you know, figure things out. It's a challenge for her to trust this man. But there's something that makes her... It's a challenge. So on top of that, we get 16 the Tower. Okay. Give me a moment here. So the Tower card is about, right, with the Tower in France there, and it's all being blown out of proportion. It's being struck down, right? So there's something here that we may have had, and it may even be that man in black that we're kind of trying to trust him. He may let us down. He may not come back, you know, and then we're stuck to all the shadows in the background. Like, we don't know where to go or where to stay, but we have to stay there for the night because this guy said he'd be back and he's not back. What do I do? This kind of thing. I feel like the Tower is going to fall here. It was a challenge for us to trust someone, and I don't know if we completely trusted, but we just kind of held off for a bit, waiting, and the Tower's come now to say that, well, that guy ain't coming back and he ain't going to help you, kind of thing. We don't know what happened, right? Because he's just gone. So as we move into the new energy, it's interesting because that's kind of separate energy from the rest here. But we'll continue. The Black Cat Tarot on top of the Four of Fire. Again, I get a groovy feeling here, almost like this may be another pack of Pisces. You know, another school of fish that are going in a different way, where we have someone who gives us warm, wonderful feelings. It may be at a distance. We may have had some success with this person already, and I don't feel it's here now, or it's like, you know, there may be some distance. I don't know. There's something weird about that. But on top of that energy, the Cat Tarot is Six of Lovers. Yeah. So for some Pisces, we have a lover here that is, you know, there's a lot of great, wonderful feelings. And it may be, like, again, I'm having a hard time translating these to work, but we may have someone at work that's just trying to, you know, cut us down to a high degree. They may see our potential in the work area and not want us to attain that. That could simply be that. But the Lovers here, that's again about a deep connection with someone. This is in our past. So we may have had a deep connection in our past, but someone's here now, and we may be tired of things. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. And it's separate little packages. There's 3 separate packages. One, we have a lover that's in our past that we had great, wonderful feelings with. There's a lot of success there and a lot of communication going on. For some Pisces, that's what's going on. For some other Pisces, they're tired of what they've been through, whether it's on the work or whatever front. There's somebody constantly getting in their way, trying to cut them down, and it's getting to them. It's starting to wear them down. On top of that energy, Page of Air. Again, the Page of Air, usually a lot of what he speaks is not the truth. We got the 19 card, which is good, because that's the Sun card. It illuminates things. And I feel like the illumination is that page that's trying to wear us down. We suddenly see that person for who they are, and we may have kind of made excuses for them, or you know, for like, don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. But because we're so fatigued by this energy, it's starting to illuminate to a degree that, okay, now we got to do something about this, because this person is trying to drag me down. I will not have it, like this kind of thing. The Pisces may not be that direct, but nonetheless, the 19 is here. And I feel like somehow we rise out of this energy and become more playful in order to not give up on things, is the sense. I feel like it's a cycle of fatigue and enjoyment. Fatigue and enjoyment. I'm having, they're up and down. And at a certain point here, the Pisces is just going to say, okay, that's it. I'm going to be happy, and I don't care. If you bring me down, you're out of here. That kind of thing. This was an energy that was in my past readings as well. So the sun just brings a lighter feel to everything. It brings it back up again. It brings it into a more manageable field. Now, going into the future, again, this is very dark energy. This woman and child, she's looking for a home, and it's challenging to do this, and things that she thought she may have in line here to set her up, it is falling apart. Now, what do we get from the cat tarot on top of that? 0, the Fool. That's okay. We just keep going on in our new direction. That's what I'm getting. So what happened here with the 5 of Pentacles, let's bring her back. The Tower fell with this woman because that man in black never came back. He never came back to save her. He said he would, but he's not. He's not there for her. So, it was challenging for her to deal with this because it took all of her strength to overcome, like this trust factor, right? I know I shouldn't trust him. He's in the shadows. Like, what am I doing? But she kind of has no choice because she's scared of all the other people that are around. Like, she's looking like, I'm getting a heavy energy, like, oh, I don't have much time here. I got to move on. And it may have been a challenge to deal with that night, but in the morning we wake up and we got a whole full day to go and search for a new strategy here. So the challenge, I feel, even though the Tower has fallen here, and I think the Tower was that we put faith in someone else rather than ourselves to accomplish. But again, I see her coming in the light of day. When we get this Fool card, the moon is up, but the day's going to follow, and we have faith. We have faith we're going to go. Even though we kind of don't know what's ahead of us, we're going to just fake it until we make it. This is what I'm getting. Which isn't too bad, really. I mean, the Fool always has his pitfalls, but as long as we go with some bit of faith, we'll turn up on our feet, is the sense that I'm getting with this. Because there's a little black rat trying to hold the foot back, and that's a sense. There's somebody here really trying to hold us back no matter. If we're in a relationship, it may be an ex that doesn't want us to have that relationship. And if we're not in a relationship, it may be just someone that just doesn't want us to be happy. But at this point, we're not letting that get us down. We're just going to continue forward like nothing happened here. It's just the lights on and everything. We'll go for coffee and continue our day, and then we'll meet someone maybe we can make, or find a job and a sitter, and away we go, right? So here we go. So to shut it down here with the last row into the Infinity Masculine cards, on top of the Lovers card, again, there's one row here where we have some Pisces in a relationship, and it's really groovy. And they may have found their one true love, and they're going forward in that energy. On top of that, we get the Ace of Air. Yeah, and not only that, we have a partner that is able to tell us truths. Like, we're able to be clear with them, and they're clear with us, and it's clear sailing. We communicate a lot, and everything that we communicate is balanced. Not balanced, but truthful. So therefore, you don't need to balance anything because it's all the truth. It is what it is. So I feel like there's a lot of clarity between this for those that are in couples. Now, again, on the work front, right? This Lovers card, no. If you're at work, whatever, you maybe got to love at work, whatever. But I'm not getting that so much. I'm just getting in life. There's some Pisces that are in relationships and they're going groovy and they found their one true love. Okay? And now down the middle, the fate is to find that true love. But I feel like for those ones that have yet to seek it, I feel like there's something that's been holding them back. There's an energy here. We're highly fated to overcome this. We are overcoming it. In fact, some of us already have. The energy on top of that 19 Sun card, which means that we'll be able to bounce back quite quickly here, is the 10 of Earth. What do you know? 10 of Earth is about finding home and family that we're willing to stand up for. There's a lot of integrity behind this card on purpose. We got children we looked after. The home is stable. It's not run down. Everything is solid here. So, this I think is our fate to have, and for some of us, we're just not there yet, is a sense. But it's fated, so keep that in mind, is what they said. So on the Five of Pentacles, again, this is future energy. We may come across something here that we have high faith in that challenges us. It may be a tower moment of realizing that someone that we may have thought could come through for us never did. And now we're just going to continue to move on in a new direction. And on top of that, we get the Nine of Fire. We've been through the mill. We need healing and whatnot, but we're going to continue to go, again, kind of faking it until we make it. And the thing is that it's all in the future for those ones that are coming across challenging times and may have actually hit a tower where they realize that someone that they thought they could put all their energy into is not something of stability. This is going to be a time of healing, but nonetheless moving forward into new energy. So the Fortune card that we have for you, Pisces, on your work, again, it's just I don't know why I even put a thing up there because it all goes back to the romance in the end. But anyway, Fortune cards, the Lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. For one set of Pisces here in a certain frequency, they've found it. They found their true love. They're on that road. They're in bliss, and things are going fast and quick, and a lot of momentum there, and it's just all good stuff. It's really good stuff, and Pisces deserves that. And then for those ones that are fatigued and having a hard time, there's stuff holding us back, it's still fated for you to get this goal. Though we may be tired and wanting to give up on it, it is fated, so keep that in mind. And then in the future, I feel like that's the third set of Pisces, and that's those that are coming through a challenging time. Again, it's still that big challenge, but it may have been an actual relationship that we invested a lot of our energy into that just crashed and burned. And don't worry, we'll get back up on our feet, we continue forward, and this is where our success will lead. And again, the Lover's energy, there's two paths here. Be true to yourself and go from there. So Pisces, that's your work/romance reading for the end of October and into November, December. But again, don't let that time limit you. If you, it's usually the titles that they kind of give me energy for. So it's usually the titles that will attract you in and say, oh, that energy sounds familiar. Or something about that, I want to go seek that out. That's when you know the message is for you. Well, and the thing is, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And don't try and make it. If you're trying too hard to make it fit, go, then don't fit. It ain't there. It's gone. So the Lovers, it's all about the Lovers for the Pisces. I don't get a lot of work here, frankly. The only thing I get is this future thing, where maybe we put a lot of emphasis on a certain direction. It didn't come through for us, so we pick ourselves up and move forward as the wounded warrior. But there's a path here of a choice that we can come across in the future. So take care, have fun, and be kind, and we will talk to you soon.